Hello and welcome to Flory Models Daily Show here on Monday the 26th of September 2016, and great weekend. Great show on Saturday with Steve. We really pushed on very heavily with the helicopters, with dolphins. Obviously we didn't finish, let's face it, we're not kidding anybody, we never thought we would. But if I just grab it and bring it over down to here, you guys can see it a little bit better. So, this is where we got to. Or I got to. To be honest, I haven't done any more to it. I know Steve carried on a little bit afterwards and he was working on it yesterday when I was talking to him. But yeah, I must admit, it's turned out very well. Considering this kit and all the problems we had with it and all the bits and pieces, I am very happy with it. Now, we still got a few bits and pieces to do to it. Obviously, I've got to put windows in because I've taken the windows out because they were, well, horrible and falling out and I'd pushed them in. But you can see this one here worked really well. So hopefully what's going to happen is in the last show for this one, in 2 weeks' time, we'll get it finished. Okay, and we'll absolutely push through with this one. Now, that one may be on a US time zone purely because we were talking obviously to Hans yesterday. We did have a Skype meet, all of us, where we were discussing, well, everything on the site. So we were together for about 2 3/4 hours, I think, yesterday. And we were going through all the group builds for next year, all the SIGs, any ideas, all the little bits and pieces. And we have finally nailed them all down. And we know what we're doing, well, roughly what we're doing. So we're going to get those sorted out. There's the underside of the rotors. I did that as well, by the way. We've done that. That'll be posted up later on in the week. Obviously, Hans is going to type it all up, get it all sorted, and then he'll come over with all the details of that. And then once that's happened, I'll post it up on the forum and talk about it in one of the new shows or the vlogs. Okay. Also, I've done a tiny bit of this to this guy. So we've actually got the decals on, all, what, 6 of them? The lovely thing about armour. So those are on, so that is up. So what I'm going to do is finish that off this afternoon. Going to be filming that. That'll be the final part of that one. The next part of that will obviously be up with you later on today, which is going to cover all the paintwork and everything else like that. Okay, so that'll be done, and that one will be finished. So that'll be those done. And then in a minute, because we are actually 9:45. Watch locking, come on, 9:45. Gonna go live in 15 minutes and we're gonna finish off this guy. Okay, so literally I'm just having me coffee and we are literally gonna be going for that around about 2 hours, so you can join me. Well, by the time you've seen this, I would have already done it for our Monday build live, which you guys seem to be loving, and we're gonna finish this one off. So what we're gonna do, a little bit of post shading. I'm just going to whip around and show you that, pretty basic stuff. And then obviously what we're going to do is get it unmasked. We're going to re-dip the canopy to show you about dipping canopies. We're going to show you very simply that. And then we're going to finish it all off with putting the pitot tubes on, all the aerials, the lumps, bumps, polishing up the actual iris sight on the front, the infrared track and scan sight down on there, and just generally finishing it all off with all the last parts on it. You guys seem to have loved and very much embraced that type of thing with the live bits. You know, as I say, this was designed to get feedback. Do you guys like it? How do you like it, and all the rest of it? So, you know, don't be sort of too judgmental of it. It's literally a test case. What I'm doing recently, if you might have noticed, is we're moving a lot of things around now, changing stuff. I'm getting feedback on what works. Obviously, if I'm not getting feedback, I know it's not working. Generally just trying to sort of, you know, streamline the site so we can go along and say, okay, from now on, Mondays are going to be perhaps live build day. Tuesday will be Q&A day. Wednesday will be a normal build day for me. Thursdays are probably going to be a normal build day for me. And then Fridays, perhaps we'll have 2 reviews for you up on a Friday. And we can work our way through, as well as doing the other live bits and pieces and all thrown amongst it. At the moment, I'm just trying to get feedback, okay? And the easiest way to do that is I can see the likes and the dislikes, obviously on the YouTube feed. So if you like the video, give it the thumbs up. If you don't, give it the thumbs down. I like the thumbs down. I know a lot of people are probably thinking, well, that's stupid. Obviously, you must hate thumbs down. It gives me feedback, and that's what I need, because I'm trying to design the site, especially for this year, to let me know what's liked about the live stuff. Obviously, we're pushing the live stuff a lot now, and I see a lot of other companies try it. It looks horrible. Sorry, that sounds bad. That sounds really bad. No, it's not. But I see a lot of other people trying to do live broadcasting on the internet, not just modeling, but other things, and it comes over really bad. And I've obviously watched my stuff, and I don't think I'm that bad. I'll be honest with you, I think I do it quite well. And obviously the quality we do is very good. We've sorted out the audio, and we've sorted out obviously the cameras, shooting at 1080, doing live with a new computer and everything else like that. But if it's not working, then obviously we can just move away from it and just do live as more sort of sit here and talk. and answer questions and show things live and stuff like that. But this is what it is. This sort of last couple of months where we're playing with new ideas and that, it's for me to get a feel on how we're actually doing and what you guys like, what you don't like, and everything else like that. So the only way I can get that is feedback. So if I'm doing it right, obviously I get a lot of feedback saying it's great. If I don't get anything, I assume that it's probably mediocre at best, okay? So that's how I'm running it. So next year, when I implement some new things, which we've got starting up next year, we've got some new ideas, we've got an entire new, well, you can't give too much away, but I have got an entire new side of Flory models, which we've never done before. It's going to be separate to Flory models as you see it now. You know, obviously as members, you're going to get it anyway, but it's going to be completely different. So I'm using a lot of what I'm finding out works now to implement in that side of it. So then with Flory models, we'll go to that bit as well. So it's quite important to get the feedback. So if you like it, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, give it a thumbs down. Give me the thumbs up, obviously, in the forum as well. And then that way I'm getting a better idea of what you're liking. So when some changes perhaps do come in next year, it's not going to be, wow, hold on a minute, because I'm going on what your feedback is. So say feedback is everything. If I get it, if I understand it and I know it, it's great. And it does seem to be the slight lacking bit in the forum, if I'm honest. You need to say only half the membership is in the forum. The other half of them don't post in the forum or aren't even members in the forum, okay? So I get a lot of feedback from them direct, which is great. But the forum, I've always been the weak link in the chain, if you like. I never get that much feedback in the forum for when I do the shows and things like that. The comments, the likes, pretty much just the random sort of bits and pieces in there, unless I start a rant, and then normally you lot get involved with me. But so I always get more sort of, you know, better feedback, if you like, from non-forum members than I do actually forum members. So remember, it is important because it's how we're going to be shaping the future, okay? So especially with this live stuff and stuff like that, how it's going to work. So anyway, we are now 10 to 10. I've got to set everything up now. I'm going to get the camera sorted, get the software all sorted and everything else like that. So hopefully you'd have been watching me this morning. Okay guys, so I've literally just come off air from you this morning. It is exactly 12 o'clock. Okay, so we've come off and we have just finished doing the flanker. I have to say massive thank you to everybody who joined me today. It's great having the interaction and the feedback and maybe I'll answer questions as I'm letting things dry. It's actually probably more important than you guys think because it saves me having to waffle whilst I'm waiting for things to dry. But generally, really, really good build. Thoroughly enjoyed it. First time I've ever done a live warts and all, has just been said. Build, because there's no editing in this. This is literally everything. I only touch this model when the cameras are rolling. So to be able to do something from start to finish with no cuts, edits, you know, and things like that has been absolutely fantastic. So this is it. For you guys who are watching, this is our said flanker. And hopefully this will play ball. Let me zoom you a little bit. We go in sort of stop the old fisheye vision. But there we go. That's her done. Worked really, really, really well, I must admit. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Something a little bit different. You can see it from my point of view now. When I was weathering it earlier and I was saying to you guys, well, I hope you can see it, because I could see it. Okay, so there we go. A little bit of a top-down view. But generally, I have to say, the canopy worked really well, doing that sort of double dip business we were talking about, actually, on the show. And everything else. And if you're watching this and haven't seen it, this flanker build is free to watch, start to finish. No edits, no cuts, no nothing whatsoever. And actually, the whole point of doing this one was twofold. We wanted to have a look just to see how good the trumpeter kit was. A little bit of a new section, just to build the kit. Yeah, we review them all the time. It's very rare we get to build them. So we thought, hey, hello, well, we'll build it. From that point of view, this thing has no filler. It has no faults. And as far as I'm concerned, it's perfect. It goes together an absolute dream. We had two little issues with it. It's just with the intakes underneath, and that's pretty much standard. But apart from that, the kit is absolutely fantastic. No problems with it at all. Thoroughly enjoyed it. And as I say, I've got to thank you guys who are with me when I'm live, because it's you guys that make it what it is. Okay, because without you guys, I would be in a right old pickle because I have to talk when I'm waiting for paint to dry. There's that canopy. I'll show you up close here. That we actually double dipped. Hopefully the camera will lock in. Come on, there we go. You can see it worked really well. And painting the canopy, when we said afterwards, doing this canopy business once it had been completed as well. A lot of people won't do that, but I thought, what not? The ISRT, or what was it called? The infrared tracking system, whatever, worked as well. That unmasked and painted up. Still got the little hue as if there's something down in there. Putting on the little aerials we spoke about as well. You can probably get a better view of them now. Sort of closer view if I do something like that. You can see, really nice. And generally, I just think it came out better than I thought. I thought we were going to have a little bit of trouble with it, you know, and perhaps a few little fit issues and things, but oh no, it worked. It just worked really, really well. So very, very happy with that one. Thank you, as I said, everybody for joining in. Quick look underneath. As I say, post-weathering live. That's a challenge for you. But there we go. No problem at all. As I said, if you enjoyed it, obviously let me know. That is the biggest thing I could only ask. Okay, just don't go quiet. If you're one of these people who enjoy things but don't say anything, just go and give me a thumbs up on the video, give me a thumbs up in the forum for it, whatever you want to do, and that way I'll just get a better idea if you guys are loving it or not. Okay, I know a lot of people probably won't watch it because it's not an edited highlight version and all the rest of it, but I've quite enjoyed doing it. It's like warts and all, you know, you guys can see exactly what's going on. And everything else, but yeah, I just thought it worked exceptionally well. So I'm trying to do me David Bailey bit whilst talking, never easy. So yeah, no, I thought it just worked exceptionally well. There we go. Okay, so next up from me, I've got to carry on with that thing now. Okay, so we're over onto this guy. We're going to get this one finished off. As you can see, I put the decals on because, let's face it, there's only like 8 of them. So we put a couple of decals around the back, but I've got to do a little bit of pigment work just underneath it. We've obviously got to put on some aerials. We've got to do some lights, various things like that, but as you can see, it's really coming along very, very nicely. So as I said, today is a day of completion. Today is a day of us just finishing things off and everything else like that. So what I'm going to do is get that one finished off for you, okay, and we can make our good old progress with it. And then tomorrow, what I'm going to probably do is edit all of these up today and tomorrow. And then I'd probably be Wednesday, I will start afresh on everything that's going to be fresh new. So obviously we're going to start on the Gundam kit, never done that before, going to be really excited about that. And we're going to start on that Mitsubishi F1 as well from Hasegawa, really looking forward to that one. So there we go, that is about it for now. 12 o'clock, catch me on tonight's news show, which, as I pointed out, this is the news show. It's just I say that because I still think of this as me vlogging and just talking to you guys generally as I make my way through the day. But then when we do the news show, it's a bit more professional. I sit there and we have the other camera and the other audio setup and everything else like that. That's why I say tonight's show versus this. Although it's the same thing, it's just I feel it's somewhat different. This is the more personal one. So there we go, guys. Thanks a lot, and I'll catch you on tonight's show then. Okay, so there we go. A great day today. Plenty of stuff going on. And remember, you can see all the parts from the SU-27. Straightforward, no edits, no cuts. It's all completely live and raw with me. It's available to watch, obviously, on the YouTube page. You've got links to it on our Facebook page and obviously here on the main site as well. So nice to finish that one off. As I said, won't be doing anything next week. I'm going to play catch up with other bits and pieces. And then after that, we'll make our decision if we're going to carry on doing them and if we're going to do full-on Monday builds, perhaps Monday live and everything else like that. So as I said, it's important to get your feedback so I can sort of make a decision on that one, okay, as we make our way through. The other one I've been working on heavily today is the actual Chieftain. So I've been working on this afternoon. We've got all the lights onto it now, all the markings, the decals are onto it, all the little bits and pieces have been added. I've literally just got to put the aerials on, which to be honest, I tend to use broom bristles, nylon ones, because you can cut them to length. They're very flexible, they easily glue on, but unfortunately I've got a black broom around. I'm going to have a hunt, see if I can find that one and finish off this guy. We're going to put a little bit of pigment still to go down the bottom, and we've got to fit the machine gun, but all the other bits are on this one now. The lights, as I said, the towing cables, all things like that, and it's ready to go. Now this one, I've still got to edit it, to be honest, and get it all sorted. So this one, next part of this is going to be up with you on Wednesday, because obviously today you've got the flanker. We'll get the next part up with that on Wednesday, and that enables me then to get on with the next stuff tomorrow, which will obviously be the Gundam one we're going to start on, and then obviously we're going to start on that Mirage F1 as we were saying before. Also, I've just brought it over here as well. We've got this bad boy. As I said, really, really looking forward to actually getting that one done. And it's one of those kits, when we first started it, I've always thought if I wanted to do it, I love the Coast Guard markings, everything else like that. But now it's done, it's one of those ones I'm really glad I did it now. It's something I never thought I'd build, so thank you very much for joining us on, me and Steve, on Saturday mornings to finish that one off. But definitely well worthwhile doing it now, because it looks absolutely stunning, and I love the orange, and with the Coast Guard markings, it just pops now. It's absolutely fantastic. So there we go, busy old day for me. Join me again tomorrow, I say normal thing. Tuesday being Q&A Tuesday with me and Steve. We'll be live on air around about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so make sure you get your questions into me and him, and we'll go through as many as we can as possible, if not all, as we normally do. And I'm going to start some Gundam in the morning as well. So there we go. Till tomorrow, everybody. Happy modelling. Take care.